Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're talking about how you can play a song by Taylor Swift called Red. And it starts out with some really cool arpeggios, and what arpeggio means is broken chord of some chords. And so we could start out with just the chord part, and the chord that would back up that first part of the arpeggio is an F major chord. If you know a bar F major, we'll talk about an easy substitute in a minute, but you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the A string third fret, and the pinky on the D string third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like F major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And a good substitute for that chord though is something called F major 7. When you play F major 7, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the G string on the second fret, third finger on the D string on the third fret. And if you kind of strum just the D, G, B, and E, that sounds like F major 7. And the intro lick actually that we'll talk about, and actually we'll end up moving this with the capo to the 4th fret, but you start out with kind of that D, G, B string of the F chord. So rather than playing the whole chord, you just kind of play a little piece of it. And then from the F major, we're going to be going to an A minor chord. And actually we can leave the first finger on the B string first fret, second finger is going to go to the D string second fret, and third finger is going to go to the G string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like A minor chord. But in the intro, actually that lick, we're just going to play open A, second fret on the D, and then first fret on the B. So I'm kind of going A string, D string, B string, kind of holding that chord down. And then from the A minor, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, the third finger on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord. It sounds really, really happy. But in the intro, you just play low E string, D string, and then B string. So all together on those arpeggios, you'd have kind of that F major 7 with the F 3 2 1, and then the A minor with kind of the A D B string, and then the G chord with the low E string, D string, B string. So you got F with the D, G, B, A minor with the A, D, B, G with the low E, D, B. I'm kind of faking a banjo part there, but I think that'd be a cool way to intro the tune. And then from there, or another way to do it actually would just be kind of doing downs on that progression. And that becomes our verse progression. And actually a lot of times with a song like this, to kind of support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So you took the F major 7 and just tried that a lot. With your right hand, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our verse and our intro progression. We'd have down, down, up, down, minor, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, left, down, down, up, down, minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, up. Now another way to kind of work it though through the tune would be kind of doing 8 downs, and you could even do this with muting, where you kind of take the flat of your right hand and lay it down on top of the saddle to get kind of a sneaky sound out of the chord progression. So if you kind of dig on that, you may want to think about doing that with right hand muting, kind of doing 8 downs on every chord. So that might be another possibility to kind of work. And later on in the tune, actually, there's some other really cool rhythm variations where you could kind of do kind of a down, kill it, kind of an idea that turns up in the bridge, where you would do 8 or 4 downs on each one and kind of kill the strings with the right hand after it. So you'd have F with kind of a down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, A minor, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, G, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, G, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, D, down, kill it. So that might be another option. And something I like doing actually is kind of a down, down, down up can be kind of a cool option too. Do an F with a down, 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 A minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 G, down, 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 left, down, 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 A minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 G, down, 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 up. So kind of feel free to kind of do what you feel through the tune. But then from there, we're going to be repeating that until we get to our chorus part. And on our chorus, we go from the F major to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger is going to stay on the B string first fret, second finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret, third finger is going to go to the A string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we're going to be going to the G major chord, and another G major, and then we kind of go back to kind of a piece of our intro progression for our chorus tag, the F, A minor, and the G. So if we tried that with our strum pattern, we'd have F with a down, down, up, down, and C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, left, down, down, up, down, repeating those parts until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge, we start on the F, and then we do a G, and then we do an A minor chord, and then there's a really cool change actually to a G chord, but you try and make kind of the A string your lowest note. It's really kind of a G/B idea. We'll talk a little bit more about basses later. And then a really quick C right after it. So you got kind of A minor, G/B, C, that kind of hits off the last part of that bridge into an F chord, a C chord, and then we go to G major, and then on the last G, it's almost like you kind of double time it with some downs before we go into our solo part. So we tried our bridge with kind of the down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it idea, which is kind of what it sounds like in the recording. You'd have the F with the down, kill it, down, 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 G, down, 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 A minor, and then G/B, C, F, C, G, G, down, 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 kill it. Kind of hit that. Or if you just want to strum through with your down, down, up, you can kind of half that G and C with kind of a down, down, up. So you can have F with the down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, C, down, down, F, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, 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 down. So kind of getting some big energy there. Now the weird part is to play along with Taylor Swift. Instead of starting on an F major chord, she's actually starting on an A major chord. So to play along with Taylor, what you want to do is take your capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your F major is really an A major chord. Your A minor is really a C sharp minor, and your G major chord is really a B major chord, and your C major chord is really an E major chord. But to take it from the very, very beginning, you may want to start out with just kind of those little arpeggios, kind of that intro lick, just to kind of set it up. Or you could even do kind of just downs on each of those chords. It's kind of just a way to kind of intro your way through the tune. And then when we hit the verse, then you could kind of hit the strum pattern and just kind of strum through it. So you could just do that with a down, down, up, down, up. So you'd have down, down, up, down, C, or A minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, up. Or if you wanted to, you could kind of work that muting through the verse and kind of keep it really sneaky. So kind of working those 8 downs on each chord. And this is a little weird. At the end of the verse, actually, we got kind of the F and the A minor, and then we got a G, and then it kind of hangs on the G without hanging on the G. So you may want to kind of think about that for the very end. So you kind of do that last down, down, up, down with a G, and then kind of kill the strings. And then from there, we'd be going into our chorus part. So we tried that way with kind of our down, down, up, down, up. You have that for the down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, F, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, and then from there, we'd be going back into kind of our intro part. Now, a lot of times with a song like this too, though, I like adding bass notes to kind of support my voice and kind of make it sound like I'm playing with a bass player. So on the F major 7, you can do the D string for your bass, for instance, and kind of keep your down, up, down, up. And you can even do this with that bass down, down, up, the variation we were doing earlier too. Actually, there's other variations you could add basses to too. But just to kind of try this with the down, down, or bass down, up, down, up. You have the bass down, up, down, and then on the F major bar, you can add in a low E string for your bass. On the A minor, you have the A string for your bass. A bass down, up, down. On the G, you got the low E for your bass. G, low E bass down, up, down. And when we get to the C chord, you have the A string for your bass. So you can kind of simulate playing with a bass player that way. So if we tried a little bit of our verse that way, you'd have that for the bass down, up, down. A minor, A bass down, up, down. G, low E bass down, up, down. G, low E bass down, up, down. F for the bass down, up, down. A minor, A bass down, down, G, low E bass down, up, down, G, low E bass down, down. And right before the verse actually comes back in on that intro part, that same progression, there's this cool little lick actually in the bass part where you could play 2 on the A string and do a hammer on the 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret on the A, and then open A, and then go to 3rd fret on the low E string. And this is kind of weird because you're around the G chord, but you may want to kind of play around with that 2, 3, 2, 0, 3. It's kind of a lick around that G chord. G, 2 3 2 0 3 G 2 3 2 0 3. So you can kind of throw that in if you wanted to. It's kind of like a little lick around the G chord. So if we tried that through our progression with our bass down, up, down, we'd have F with the bass down, up, down, A on the A bass down, up, down, G with the A bass down, up, down, 2 3 2 0 3. So you may want to kind of play around with that, kind of jumping into the lick, trying to get back in. Now, another way to kind of work it too would be doing the bass down, down, up. So we try that last part of the verse that way. You'd have bass down, down, A on the A bass, down, down, G with the A bass, down, down, G with the A bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, A on the A bass, down, down, G with the A bass, down, down, G with the A bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, F with the A bass, down, down, G with the A bass, down, down, G with the A bass, down, down. So we want to think about kind of using that to kind of vary things up, especially when you get to the solo part, and actually it kind of comes in that way on that last verse. And then from there we'd be going into our chorus part. So we try our chorus with our bass down, up, down, up. We'd have F with the bass down, up, down, C with the A bass down, up, down, G with the A bass down, up, down, G with the A bass down, up, down, F with the bass down, up, down, A with the A bass down, up, down, G with the A bass down, up, down, G with the A bass down, up, down. Or you could try that with your 16th pattern. And sometimes I like you can add in more basses. You can do it as kind of a bass down, down idea. Or a little bit more funky through that part. Bass down, down, bass, down, down, bass, down, down, bass. And then from there, we'd be going into our bridge part. So we tried that with the down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it idea. We'd have F with the down, 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 G, down, 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 A minor, G slash B, C, F, C, G. So you may want to kind of play around with that. Now you could just make it just a bass down, up too, and have F with the bass down, down, G with the A bass down, down, A around the A bass down, down, and on the halving, if you do the A string for your bass, on that G C change, that can be very, very cool. Kind of the G with an A bass down, C with an A bass down, F with the bass down, down, C with an A bass down, down, G with the A bass down, down, G, down. So we want to kind of play around with that. And then right after that, our solo comes in on our verse progression. So it's that F, A minor, G, G progression. But there's really cool licks through that part. And if you wanted to kind of play around with these, actually, I'm kind of going real frets now, not related to the capo. So you could start on 9th fret on the G string and do a slide all the way to 16th fret on the D string. That's quite a challenge on an acoustic guitar, but on an electric guitar, that's not so bad. So you got kind of a non-16 slide. And then we go to 14 on the G, and then 15 or 13 on the B or G, and then we go to 9th fret on the G string and do a slide to 11, and then we go back to 9 on the G, and then 8 on the G, and then go to 9 on the D string. So you got 9, 16, 14, 13, 9, 11, 9, 8, 9, if you want to kind of follow some of that solo line. And then from there, then we'd be going into kind of our last chorus. And on our last chorus, there are a couple of cool rhythm changes through this, actually. You could kind of do the down, down, up, down, up, or the bass down, down, up, or those variations we were talking about. But there's a really cool variation on that where we do kind of a down, up, down, and kind of kill the string through our chords. So you really kind of play around with this. So you have F with a down, up, down, C, down, up, down, kill it, G, down, up, down, kill it, G, down, up, down, kill it. And then we kind of pick it back up on kind of more of a bass down, up, kind of feel. So we have F with a bass down, up, down, A with an A bass down, up, down, G with the A bass down, up, down, So you know, we kind of think about throwing in that lick haphazardly too. And then we basically be repeating that through our outro until we get to the very, very end. And for our outro, actually, there's kind of a return to those intro licks. So there's kind of those arpeggio licks again, around the F and the A minor and the G. So we want to play around with that too. But that's the basics of how you could strum through Red by Taylor Swift. So good luck!